Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the stage. It always feels good to be back on stage, no matter what any excuse you can get to trod the boards a little bit. We're here at the Huber Opera House in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. It is February, and we're beginning another year's worth of every other month. We'll be checking in with you live from here at the Huber. It's the Huber Happenings live program coming to you right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Chris Feature is going to be with us, and again, February and then April, every other month or about every other month. We kind of adjusted according to what's coming up at the Huber as well. But we get a chance to sit down with Chris and to talk about all the things going on here at the Huber Opera House, because there's always something happening here at the Huber. And as you can tell by where we are situated on the stage and all of the accoutrements surrounding us, we are not actually in a beauty parlor somewhere or a barber shop. We are on the set of the upcoming performance that's going to be Valentine's weekend. We're going to talk about that coming up. But again, we want to thank Chris for joining us. I know it's always kind of busy over the holidays. You have an awful lot going in December. Then you have that down period, and that's utilized. I mean, you make good use of that time to get a lot of stuff done when you've got an open stage.
Yeah, we do. And in January, of course, we're building set for this, but we also have time to do other things, such as clean out the basement.
Oh, yes.
Underneath the stage, there's a basement, and it houses all kinds of wood and platforms and furniture and all kinds of things for our shows. And it also often serves as a green room
Yep.
for actors. So obviously this play is only 6 people, but when the school comes in, they have 40 kids. You got to put them somewhere. So we needed more room down there to actually make it so that take away some trip hazards and things like that. So we actually have filled the dumpster for the 3rd time. Had to wait and keep filling it every week, but we've done that. We had the wrestling team come in and help us empty everything out. We've had Early Harris's school kids have come over a couple times in the afternoon for an hour here and there and helped us get things rearranged to put back. A lot of adults involved, a lot of Huber folks. So I want to thank everybody who came out and helped us do all of those things and get everything kind of recombobulated downstairs so that you could actually walk through and have space for kids and costumes and all of that.
Because if people want to cast back a ways, there used to be like a monstrosity of a heater down there, or there was like this big wheel. There were a lot of things that were taking up space down there, which have been able to be cleared away. And again, as you mentioned, it really is a ready room sometimes, especially if you have a show that has a lot of kids in costume or a lot of makeup or whatever. They'll use that down there for that area. And of course, as Julie Hall shared with us, one of the kind of wish lists is to be able to bring back the trapdoor system maybe at some point to be able to raise and lower people up onto the stage.
Well, that's on our wish list. That's probably down the ways a ways. But yes, trying to get to see actually, how much stability we have at the stage. And have to probably do some.
Well, yeah, first things first is that's resurfacing the stage. That's the much more imminent, much more prevalent ahead of it on the importance list.
Yes, but just like a marquee outside is on the wish list, but it's probably many years down the road. But just to get everything cleaned out down there and get the shop vac down there and really sweep it up good and get it pretty much in working order again is been a huge piece of the puzzle for us.
Excellent. Excellent. So again, hats off to all the volunteers that gave up some time and helped with the basement clean out. And again, so many of those people wind up doing shows here too. So it really is sort of helping yourself out in a way. And it's kind of nice to have that all set and ready to go, because even though this is a smaller show, you got a popular show, and hopefully you're going to have a really good turnout. It's Valentine's weekend, and the ticket sales are online right now.
Right. Yep, ticket sales are still online through next Tuesday, so you still got a week here to get dinner reservations in particular. I have to close those out by Tuesday because I got to give Grants a number for the dinner, and so we still have tickets available for both nights for dinner. Friday night has become a very popular night because it's a Roper Romper night, and so we're having a lot of fun with like Galentine's type activities that evening. And then Saturday night, we've said it was prom night, so bring a date. So I'll have a date on
It's
on
Valentine's Day,
Valentine's Day. Yeah, come have dinner. Got the whole shebang, dinner and a show. So they have that, and then of course Sunday we have our show only. So 2 o'clock matinee. So
right.
we would encourage you to get your tickets now. Don't wait much longer. Because the dinner on Friday night is filling up fast. We still have plenty of reservations available for Saturday, but yeah, try and get those reservations in immediately.
All right, so Steel Magnolias is the show, and it's got a terrific cast. They're going to do a great job, and again, it'll be a fun Valentine's weekend event going on, and look forward to seeing a lot of you out here. It's a great way to, again, one of the best ways to support the Hubers to come out and to see the shows, and of course, Grants always does just a wonderful job with the food and the menu, so it'll be pretty terrific. And if Steel Magnolias ain't your cup of tea, sweet tea, that is.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just posted the auditions are opening up because the next up is the murder mystery.
Yeah, out of sight, out of murder, and it's going to be a really good show. There's parts for men and women in this one, so we encourage you to step up. We have 2 people in this particular show who are new to us. So it's kind of fun to get new actors in and new people. So just come on out. It's fun.
And this is as auditions go, there are different kinds of auditions. This is what's called a cold read audition, which is really kind of the best if you've never done any kind of real theater before, whatever, because all you need to do is you just show up and they'll hand you something and say, here, read it, and you just basically you read it and try to get into character a little bit. It's kind of a fun way, and it's sort of an impromptu way, but it's also one where you don't really have to really be worried about being able to say certain lines a certain way or anything. You just come on out, do a cold read, interact with a couple other people that are going to be reading just as cold as you are, and see what happens. It's really kind of a fun way to cast a show.
It is, and of course, it's a play, so there's no singing, no dancing.
Yeah.
So it's just acting, just plain acting, which is, everybody
Everybody can do that.
everybody can do that. Yeah.
So again, the murder mystery comes up, and when are those audition dates?
The audition dates are the next week after Steel Magnolia. They are on Thursday, February 19th
Okay.
in the evening, and Saturday morning, the 21st of February. So it's the very next week.
All right, sounds good. So again, we're just going to roll from one show right into another. And speaking of all the shows, and again, there are other shows besides the ones that are put on by the Huber's Repertoire Company, but we're going to focus on that for just one because you are instituting something new this year. A lot of years, people have always said, is there any way you can get like season tickets or whatever? And the answer to that is, well, yes and no, kind of, because you've come up with kind of an innovative way to do it to sort of make it easy for people to come out and enjoy multiple things here at the Huber every year.
Yeah, we have what we call a flex pass. So it can be used anytime during the season. We have 4 shows that are in our season, and you get a packet of tickets, and then you can use them any way you want. So if you want to use 2 for Steel Magnolia and 2 for, out of sight,
Okay.
out of nursery, or you could save them and use them later on for Footloose, so forth. So you could use them anytime during the season. They're good all year. But then if you buy this, in essence, you're basically saving 1 ticket price.
Yeah.
So you're getting,
And so
4 tickets for the price of
essentially
3.
The flex price is like the price of three performances, and you get 4 tickets.
And
so,
you get 4 tickets. So
yeah.
you're really getting the 4th one for free.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's kind of nice too, because again, once you buy these, you can use them. You can give them as gifts. You could use them as an incentive for your workplace, or however you want to do it. And it also gives you the flexibility. Is if you want to, like you say, if you want to just wait and take 4 people to one show, you're able to do that, and you get 1 free admission. So it really is a convenient way to support the Huber, to let you have that payment sort of in advance to be able to use those funds throughout the year, and then still be able to come see a show at your leisure.
Yes, and the other advantage is, again, you get to flex it any way you want to. If it's a season pass, then you're kind of locked into
Whatever show.
every show.
Yeah.
You get 1 ticket. So this way you can use them any way you want. So you could buy 2 flex passes, and then you would have, 8 tickets for the price of 6. So
right.
any way you want to use these, and they're going to be available starting next week with, purchasing.
Okay.
So anybody that wants to get those can get those.
Terrific. So keep that in mind, because really there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you have the four shows that you have scheduled, and then of course, in addition to that, lots of other stuff going on. We do want to give a quick shout out to the high school musical, which is Anastasia, and that is going to be here on the Huber stage the last weekend of February 1st to March.
Correct. And because of the way we've set up our stage kind of forward, they are already starting to build their set behind this.
Okay.
So, because, they're building a more complex stage this time. So it's been kind of a cooperation piece to be able to do that, so that they move in the day after our show, basically, and have their 2 weeks on stage. So for them to be able to get a lot of those bigger set pieces made ahead of time have been advantageous for them. So we're excited to have them here.
Yes.
All those kids in here, and then they have their show 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that's again. I think it's a 7 o'clock curtain on Friday and Saturday, the 27th and 28th of February, and then they have a 2 o'clock matinee on Sunday afternoon as well. Another thing that you're doing that I think is really kind of neat, and I say this because I was lucky enough to be able to attend the premiere of this in Defiant over at the Northtown Mall years ago. But you have gotten something with the Ohio Arts Council once again. Is this the Ohio Arts Council? No.
out there.
Okay, it's America 250.
America 250.
Okay.
But then it's really Ohio Goes to the Movies is
Okay.
the project. It is running under America 250-Ohio.
Okay.
That committee that's at the state level, and so we have gotten a grant to be able to show the prize winner of Defiance.
Yeah.
And so we will be doing a premiere of that. We're kind of going to have a red carpet walk in, and first 100 people that pick up a ticket are invited to hors d'oeuvres and so
Okay.
forth before the show. But we do, again, because of numbers and having grants, we have to limit it just to 100, and we have to have people pick up tickets for that ahead of time.
Okay.
So we'll have more information on that coming, but that's going to be April 25th is the date for that one.
Yep.
And so,
And this is a free event, right? Because of the Ohio Goes to the Movies program. And I guess the way that's worked, right, is that they're trying to encourage venues in like at least one in all 88 counties
Correct.
to show films that either were made in or took place in various places around the state of Ohio, correct?
right, or had actors or writers
Yeah, okay.
from Ohio. When ours is obviously, it was named the prize winner of Defiance. The author was originally from Defiance. So that's our connection to
Yeah.
it, as well as Woody Harrelson is in it. So he's from Ohio. So, yeah, we have multiple connections to this one for Ohio. So, yeah, every county at some point is represented throughout the year, and they've already started some of them. Ours is one of the earlier ones. However, most of them are in the summer and next fall.
Yeah, 'cause
So-
I've seen a couple of them starting to advertise
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah, so ours is kind of early on the schedule, but this is the best time for us. I mean, April is a time when we really don't
Yeah.
have a show going on per se. A lot of planning for the summer and things like that, but nothing as far as
Yeah.
scheduled in here. So it was a great time to kind of plunk this date in and have another event in April to highlight for the Huber.
Yeah, and one of the neat things that you're going to feature, in addition to the film, and if you've never seen the film, it's really well done. It's really kind of interesting to watch, because the filmmakers really they were running around secretly in Defiance in Northwest Ohio for a long time, because they were trying to get milk bottles from the deal and all this other stuff. So there's a lot of really neat flashback stuff, and they recreated some of the older stores and everything that used to exist around there, but. In addition to that, because when they did the premiere, because the book was written by a lady from Defiance, obviously, who grew up around there, and so she was actually in town, and there was an interview done that was archived at the Defiance Public Library System, and they're allowing you to show that interview as well, along with the feature.
Yes, as kind of as a preview to the film, just like you'd see advertisements before you go to a film at a regular movie house. We would be showing parts and pieces of that interview,
Okay.
which is, and she's she's no longer living. So it's
Yes.
kind of a special piece for us to be able to actually hear from the author in her own words and talk about the movie itself and how everything was kind of transferred from
Yeah.
her book into the movie.
Yeah, it was.
So
Yeah, like I said, it was really kind of neat to see the film for the first time. So it'd be nice to see it again, and encourage people to come out, because again, this is a free event, and again, if you get your tickets early, you can cash in on the hors d'oeuvres as well.
yeah, of course, great hors d'oeuvres from Grants. Yeah.
Yes, and of
So-
course, when you show the movie, you'll also be able to get popcorn and everything at the concession stand.
Right, yeah, concession stand obviously will be open, so that'll be available too. But yeah, we really encourage you to, like I said, we will be opening up those ticket sales here probably 1st of March, or yeah, 1st of March.
All right.
So we'll have those available, and like I said, the first 100 that come and pick up one of the tickets for the hors d'oeuvres can come early and enjoy that
Enjoy
with
that
us.
and enjoy the film. All right. So, are we pretty much up to date with the first part of the year and then into the early spring? Or are there any other items that are coming up that you wanted to share with people here at the Huber?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Will take us through April, and then we're gearing up for Heritage Days and our summer programs.
Yeah.
Obviously, the registrations are open now for our summer programs.
Yeah,
so
you
we
do,
have
you do 2 of them, right?
2 of them. We have the little kids the first 2 weeks in June. So the younger ones, and they're doing a show called Twinderella.
Okay.
So that sounds fun. And then Hadestown Teen, those kids will start in the middle of June, and then they have their performance July, I have to look at the dates, 16th and 17th.
Okay.
So that's coming up, and then we'll have auditions for that the first weekend in May.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll be gearing up for the summer stuff, but the registrations are open, and that younger camp always fills up, and
Very
always have to turn some
Yeah.
people away the week of. Like the week before, it's like, I'm sorry, we're full. So it does fill up, and it fills up pretty fast. So if you're interested, or know of kids that ages 6 to 13 that are interested in that summer camp, it's real quick, 2 weeks. They get costumed. We make the set. They learn their lines. It's a short little 40-minute program.
Yep.
Yeah, early
The kids have a great time.
Yeah, they do. We
and,
do music and all kinds of games
And they
with
get
it.
and they get to work with the older kids, help out a lot.
They do.
So they get to sort of talk and work with more experienced young people that know a lot more about theater, that have been involved in it for a long time.
Yeah,
as well.
they do. And our older teens know a lot about theater, because not only do they do the school shows, but they do our shows and other shows other places too. So they really have lots of experience, and they know the terminology, and they know the history of the Huber. And so all of those things get conveyed to those kids as they go through that 2-week program.
All right. So again, any of the things that we're talking about, you can find out more online at huberoperahouse.org. Again, if you wanted to stop by, the office and the box office is open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 till noon. And of course, you can always call as well, leave a message on the machine if nobody is here, and you always respond to those as well. But again, huberoperahouse.org is a great resource. There are copies, digital copies of the Huber Happenings newsletter, as well as the latest schedule, and that gets constantly updated too. Sometimes if you're doing stuff via print or whatever, it'll take a while, but it's usually right away on the website. So again, all the information and registration forms and everything else, not just for the summer programs, but I mean, if you want to buy a brick out front, I mean, all that information is right there online.
And also, what was I going to say? Oh, the registration forms will be available. I still have to get my guy to get those online, but you can request them through that.
Yeah.
And audition information is always listed on there too.
Awesome.
So yeah.
So again, especially if you have little ones that want to do the theater camp this year, don't wait around too long. Get those applications in as soon as you can. And speaking of the summer, I mean, once again, we have for the Heritage Days, you are working. I don't want to say too much, so I'll leave you to make whatever kind of comments you want to make, so I don't let any cats out of the bag. But you are working with and talking with some people to hopefully have some more really top-notch entertainment here as part of that Heritage Days weekend.
Yeah, we'd like to do something like we did before on a Friday evening, but probably do it outside so that we can enjoy it, but possibly inside. We haven't determined that yet. And then in the afternoon, during the car show on Saturday, which is still being planned, we would still have entertainment out here on the patio. And then, because everybody went to the park and enjoyed that so much, we really would like to have some entertainment down there this year. So I'm kind of involved in all the entertainment pieces, because most of it happens here, but trying to line up some different bands and performers to come in for that 2-day celebration.
The committee really is trying to get a wide variety, because we want to try to get a little something for everybody.
For everybody.
Because, it's swing bands and big band jazz is not for everybody, and the dance music and so forth that is big with the 20s and teens, whatever, maybe not. So we're trying to get a little bit of everything, and really you wound up having some help, because the performers who came in last year for our sesquicentennial have been giving you such positive reviews about this place that the word has kind of spread. So a lot of people are like, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, and in fact, I've had a couple contacts of, hey, how do we get on the agenda for that? So that's right where I am right now, is trying to figure out who actually is available when, and trying to get a schedule set up for all the bands and performers for that.
And that's another thing, too, about the indoor-outdoor, because depending on what the performance is, this building has near perfect acoustics, so depending on what the performance is and what kind of a band it's better suited for indoors than outdoors sometimes too. So, but we are really looking forward to Heritage Days, and I don't know again if plans are also underway for the summer concert series to come back or not. I haven't heard whether that's being worked on, or
I think Mayor Mike takes care of that, so I don't really have to
like I said,
I
I think right now the focus is primarily on Heritage Days, so we'll see how that works out. And then, of course, as we move later in the year, you've got a Halloween type show, or Halloween adjacent. You got a show in October. It's like
right.
I'm taking the long dumb way around, saying you got an October show coming up.
Right. We do. We have an October show of Footloose, so that's for adults.
Yeah, and then of course we'll see what you always try to do something near the holidays or whatever as well. So
depending on scheduling, it didn't quite work out last year, but this year we have the wine tasting in November.
Yes.
So, you only have so many volunteers that do things, and, we always are asking for more, but it's still the people that are the major organizers tend to be the same people. So I think the year we do wine tasting, we probably will not do a Huber show per se. And then the years we're not doing wine tasting, we would have more time to do that, because it's just October, then November wine tasting, and then December
and the
show.
Wine tasting is
it's a little too
really
much.
it really is a
It
big
is
event.
a production in itself.
So again, you never have. I think that's sold out. I don't know, the last several years, right? There's usually
pretty much. Pretty much. So those tickets will be after Labor Day.
Yeah.
In the fall. So
All
we'll
right.
be having that.
And of course, what she's not telling you is that, all of this stuff or whatever, and it's still a ways away, but right now she'll probably be going back to the office, and she's working on 2027 and 2028 stuff.
I am trying. We are already talking about our productions for 2027. We kind of have in our minds some things lined up, but of course you have to wait, for dates and so forth.
It's always kind of fun, and it's always kind of frustrating, because there are some really good shows to get out there, but you gotta wait, because until they license them for, because it's like you think you're going to get them, but then, oh no, they decided they're going to do a tour, and when the touring company is out, they're not allowing. So it's always kind of a wait, but it's always kind of fun every year too to see what shows. Oh, we can finally.
Now we can finally do this one because they're not on tour anymore or whatever. Yeah. So that's true. And then we come up with other ideas. It's like, oh, nobody's done such and such a show for a while. That would be a great one for, and you have to think of the people that you have, their interests, and obviously our patrons, what their interest would be in seeing. So we get feedback all the time. Why don't you do such and such, and we put that in the noggin and keep it filed, and so you never know. So we do have some things that we're kind of trying to schedule for 2027. Kind of have that one outlined at this point, but no commitments from directors and so forth. And then I'm now, when people are calling me about some things, I'm saying, well, I'm now scheduling for 2028. So we're always a year or more in advance as far as scheduling the major events, and we always like to get our Huber, dates first so that I can schedule concerts and other things around that.
And again, throughout the year, as always, we'll have probably, I mean, the dance studio usually will have a few performances throughout the course of the year. Usually there's some musical performances that will come in. There are a lot of groups that look forward to coming here every year. They have such a great reception and great crowds. Again, you'll work with the schools. And we should mention, too, that if anybody out there is, they see us when we showcase the Huber, they drive by and they're always like, wow, that's really... You can have a wedding reception here. You can have a business meeting here. You can show a film here. I mean, you can rent this facility, and it's another great way to help support it. Whether you need a lot of room or just a little, you can accommodate just about anything that people might want to do.
We can, and especially when they're like one-day events, like a graduation party or a wedding. Yes, you get it the day before, but that doesn't block out 2 or 3 weeks prior. Yeah. For rehearsals. I mean, it's our major shows that we kind of have to block those out so that we can have that time to build set and get ready. But the one or 2 day events are easy for me to plug in as long as your dates coordinate with what we already have on the calendar. And Chamber uses this. They're going to have a lunch and learn here next week, and so that is an easy plug-in. Even though we have the show, it doesn't matter because the tables will already be set up next week for the dinner theater on Friday, so they'll be set up Wednesday for lunch and learn. So it's pretty easy for us to, plug in a certain daytime or even like a one-night event.
And you have county agencies that utilize your space on a regular basis as well.
Yes, the health department comes in once, and now they're going to set up a second clinic a week because they have so many people that want to do shot clinics and stuff here. And WIC, which is Women and Children, Women, Infant, and Children. They have a clinic once a month here, so they'll be here tomorrow during the day and doing that. So we have those kinds of things that come in. Sometimes the health department utilizes it. They did when they did some sewer informational meetings, and again, evening or daytime.
Well, the village of Hicksville has held town hall meeting types here.
They have,
as well. So,
right? Informational meetings and then other meetings. Meet the candidates type things.
So it just goes to show just what a hub this is. I mean, people think, a lot of times it's like, well, they just do a few shows or whatever, but really this is an integral part of the community. You have an awful, awful lot to offer. And when I say that because, again, I can't stress how well worth your support this institution is. It'd be like one of those things that, when the library closes, everybody is like, oh, you don't miss it until it's gone. And this is sort of the same thing. It is so vital, and you do so much that it would be a shame. So again, whether it's just coming to the show, whether it's a financial gift, a bequest, or whatever you choose to do to help support the Huber, I encourage you to do it to keep the place going. Yeah,
and like I said, one of the biggest pieces is just come.
Yeah,
just come. And really enjoy what's here, because there are not very many communities that have this kind of a facility in the size of the community especially. So it's really a gem and a joy to be able to highlight this piece of history.
Yes, indeed, and it is a historical building. It's again, it's a kind of theater that you don't get to experience very often. It's what they call a hemp theater because there's still the pulleys and the ropes and the sandbags and everything. And you do actually it's another thing that happens every now and then. You have historical tours where people come in to see the architecture and learn the history of this building. This building has colorful history, I guess.
That's a good way to put it.
And it really is very interesting. And there's all these little hidden things. I remember one time when I was here, they were taking me around on a tour. They in one of the closets, whatever. They go way in the back, and he goes, see this back here in this corner? That's some of the original wallpaper for. And it's just like. So it's like 150-year-old wallpaper, and it's only like this little tiny square that you can see. But it's just really neat stuff like that just adds to the charm. And it's like it's got a patina about it, I guess, that just goes really well with the type of entertainment that's provided here.
Yes, even though you think, oh, it's an antique building. The equipment that we have is not antique. In fact, we've updated it recently with new lights. We're looking at some new speakers, possibly. because some of ours are starting to get a little old, and yeah, they're working, but we don't know how much longer. So things like that, we've updated those kinds of things terrifically, and so the performance quality that you see is not antique at all.
No.
It's very much up to date, and tech.
Yeah.
The tech people
Like I
take
said,
care of all of that for me, but it's
sound design, you've got almost like 3 dozen microphones that can be utilized, and again the new lights, the LEDs and computer programmed lights, and always it's like anything else. The tech of theater is constantly constantly as well. So there's a lot more things that can be added maybe over time, and again. We'll just have to sort of wait and see. It'd be neat to be able to do some of the digital projection type stuff that a lot of theaters use now, eventually, whatever. But again, it takes time, and it takes money, and that takes support. So, but again, I think that we've pretty much run the gamut and got all the stuff in that we wanted to talk about. Main thing is, again, to get your tickets now for Steel Magnolias. Again, that's coming up Valentine's weekend. And then don't forget to auditions right afterwards for the murder mystery coming up in late spring, early summer. And keep your eyes peeled, and we'll be keeping you updated. We'll be back I think in April sometime, and we'll be talking about the murder mystery. And we'll also hopefully have a lot more to talk about Heritage Days, which will be the first weekend in June. So with that, we're going to wrap it up for this afternoon. I want to thank Chris for, again, stopping by, chatting with us as she does every other month, Huber Happenings Live. If there's anything that you'd be interested in us talking about, that you'd like to learn a little bit more, drop either one of us email or an IM or whatever you want to do, and we'll put it in the suggestion box, and we'll see if we can bring that up to chat about in the future. And again, we want to thank you for your continuing support of the Huber Opera House. Again, a real gem right here in the heart of downtown Hicksville. So again, for Chris, I am Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Hopefully get up freezing a little bit, maybe melt off some of this stuff. It was 30 degrees when we came in here because we got another blast coming this weekend. But stay safe, stay warm, and again, we will talk to you again real soon right here on HIX-TV.